at a town hall meeting like this, where questions were asked, reports were given, and points were made as into how and why we have to ensure that we have an effective and efficient community policing that is working. Today, again, it's also security we're talking about, to be able to review all of the successes, the challenges that the Lagos State Security Trust Fund has witnessed in the last 1 year. And so you can see that very intentional in the last 2 days. It's all been around security and security challenges, that we have at the national level and also as a state. I want to commend the Honorable Minister because they believe that Lagos State was doing something unique and something specific around community policing. That's why their first conference around engaging subnational on community policing, they brought it to Lagos yesterday, and I imagine it was a very fruitful and very engaging session. They brought all of us out at the podium and difficult questions were asked, and I imagine that everybody that came to that event left with a lot more information, with a lot more process. I think there's a gentleman that asked a question around here. There's a member of the. Were you there yesterday? So you missed. That's why you asked some of the questions you asked. But I will answer your question. Thank you very much. And I want to thank you and everybody in the community policing committee that we have, both from the state level, the local government level, and the district level. Because a lot of people don't know that they exist. From the state level, a community policing board that we have, that has traditional rulers, that has religious leaders, that has local leaders that will set up, and have the structure from the state level to all the local governments that we have, to all the various sub-units and DPO level. It's okay, this is Lagos, we're very safe. Let's give Lagos a round of applause. And so here today, we're reflected on what we've done in the last 1 year. We've witnessed the vibrancy, democratic process in the last 1 year through our electionary process that chart a course for the next 4 years. I want to extend my sincere gratitude for the overwhelming mandate for me and my team to continue to lead this great and vibrant state of ours. Today, we convene to discuss and to evaluate the trajectory of our collective efforts to bolster security in Lagos. And you've heard the report from the Executive Secretary, you've heard the comment from the Chairman of the Board, you've heard all of the questions also that have been enumerated here this afternoon. Over the past 17 years, the Lagos State Security Trust Fund has been fueled by voluntary donation, has significantly strengthened our security architecture by providing essential vehicles, equipment, and everything that our security operators, almost everything our security operators require. While challenges persist, our state security landscape is notably to be very stable than in many other parts of the country. And I think it's been adjudged that Lagos continues to remain the most safe and secure state in our country. It's a big responsibility, and it's a big one that we want to continue to shoulder and to be able to address. The Commissioner of Police acting has presented a comprehensive report on our security status, and the Chairman and the Executive Secretary also have shared lights on their operations. The insights that emphasize that while progress has been made, there's still a lot of work ahead of us. Today's focus that was highlighted by the Executive Secretary centers on the convergence of security, the strategies, and the principles that ensure that even whilst we push on our team's agenda, security and good governance is a critical cardinal point that our government continues to pride itself on a year-on-year basis. Our administration recognizes security as a multifaceted challenge. Action taken such as the ban on Okada has demonstrated that we can indeed have an holistic solution. Today, we pledge to pursue policies fostering the well-being of all Lagosians and building a secure and an inclusive community. To address critical needs, the state government, in collaboration with the local government, because I've seen, and I think the Executive Secretary had come out here to say that we need to indeed look for a clear strategy on how to now begin to refleet all of the aging vehicles that we have in the Lagos State Police Command, the RRS, and all of the support that all of the other security agencies have. And so I will ensure that between ourselves and the local government, in the course of early next year, we donate a total of 300 brand new vehicles to the Lagos State Security Force. I'm going to announce other donations in the course, but this one is critical because he has mentioned it, and we need to, not just be intentional, we need to activate a sense of urgency and the need for this. We've actually started the process of the procurement by identifying who are the major suppliers that can help us do this. And like I said, security vehicles are not vehicles that we park. They work 24 hours, 7 days a week, 5 days. And so if they've been used for 5, 6, 7 years, I think it's important that we fleet them while still maintaining the old ones. The Lagos State Neighborhood Security Agency has also been in position, and I think the acting Commissioner of Police also commended them. This is a neighborhood safety agency that has been complementing the work of the Lagos State Police Command, and there are about 6,000 of them. And I think I want to commend the general manager or the commander of the Lagos State Neighborhood Watch. Thank you very, very much. We did mention, whilst we were reporting yesterday, that it's only Lagos State that have donated or that have supported community policing by over 1,000 men, over 1,100 men, that from there have also given to the Lagos State Police Command as a compliment and ensuring that community policing works very well. Thank you very much. They've been a major resource to the Nigerian Police, Lagos State Police Command, in intelligence gathering and ensuring that we have boots on the ground in all nooks and crannies of the state. And they are working efficiently and effectively with all of our traditional institutions, with a lot of our religious leaders, to be able to need information and bring them forward so that the other security operatives can indeed respond adequately and efficiently. The Lagos State Security Council remains critical and will acknowledge the sacrifice that all the other security agencies are making. They are all here. The OPMENSA, that is a joint body of the Nigerian Army, the Nigerian Navy, and the Nigerian Air Force. They all work together and contribute to men and resources to ensure that they complement the work that the Nigerian Police Command, the Lagos State Police Command has. And amongst the three of them, to ensure that we do intelligence gathering with the State Security Department, the DSM. And these are the formation that we have at the Security Council. And they've been working, harmoniously. You don't know all that it takes, for you to keep a big city of over 22, 23 million people to continue to keep it safe and secure. There's some information that comes to me that it just wows up, and you'll be amazed at how well these men respond to those things, and they're able to leave it in board that none of us will even be aware of it. So please let's encourage them, because like I said, the only reward for a good work is more work. Lagosians are counting on you to continue to provide those first-class security that is expected of all of you. And not to also forget other paramilitary engagement like the immigration, the federal road safety, the correctional facility, all of you. We commend all of you. We thank you for all of your cooperative rules and ensuring that you are keeping Lagos safe. Last month, I'm sure you're not very popular, but we commend you. We commend you for the good work that you're also doing to continue to move the city forward. He's a brand new general manager for last month, and he has assured me that we will last month into an agency that will be truly, really proud of. Let me, at this junction, extend our profound gratitude to all of the organizations that have continued to support the Lagos State Security Trust Fund. To all of you that have supported us in the last 1 year, thank you. Thank you very much. But it's not enough. It's certainly not enough. We need to go back and rebrand ourselves and think really, really deep. It has to be sustainable. It has to be enduring. It has to be something that will have to pass to generations that are coming behind us. Several states have copied what we're doing in Lagos. The federal government has copied what we're doing in Lagos. So you cannot be tired. Donors, you cannot be tired. And you can see that year on year, we make sure that we come out to explain to you what we have done, what we have used the money for, and what are the needs and the gap that we need to keep. And so you could see that I was going around the table. They've all begged me not to mention their names, but I can assure you that today alone, we've got a donation of close to 2 billion naira. There's a gentleman that is not here. He's one of our favorites in the country that donates heavily, and he's a Lagosian, and he has assured me that even whilst he's not in the country, he will continue to do the very, very best for his country. Mr. Femi Otedola has privately told me that I will support the Security Trust Fund with $1 billion naira. So I'm still going to have a private dinner with all of the big donors in Lagos. My challenge is to raise between 5 to 7 billion for the Security Trust Fund. And I can assure you that all of these funds will be utilized judiciously. They will be utilized and they will be accounted for. And the chairman and myself have also taken a view that the building that the Security Trust Fund want to build should not be a proceed that all of you are donating for. The Lagos State government should, as a responsible government, take up that bill and build the treatment for Lagos State Security Trust. So that we don't conflict it, and we now take your money and we now say we're using it to buy cars or we're using it to buy windows. No, your funds are specific to support security operatives, and the government will go ahead and build. I don't know what they did. Why after 15 years, the landlord will give them a quick notice. But they realize that it's about time that you too should have your own house. Like you're living in higher for 15 years. They should pray for you to also build your own. So we have heard your prayer. Executive Secretary, the state government will build a place for you. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as you approach the festive season, it's just a week away from. Security is everybody's business. You see something, you say something. Let's know that it is not only the men that are in uniform that have the responsibility for security. In fact, everywhere in the world, they rely on intelligence. They rely on people coming forward voluntarily to offer information. And that's where and how security and people that have criminal intentions can leave them in the world. I want to plead with all of us, with everything that we have, to ensure that we can collaborate with all of our security agencies. And if we put in our brochure all the telephone numbers privately and secretly that you can forward information to them that can help them respond quickly to any security issues or any security challenge that we have in this state. Please let's utilize this opportunity that has been presented. Gone are those days when we said that we don't even know the telephone number of our police station. Now they've given us all the telephone numbers. Please let us utilize them. Let us keep these numbers and let us be able to test them. The 767-112 number, which is a security activation number for Lagos State for emergencies, is still live and it's still working, and we continue to respond. We don't want just rank calls, we want real calls so that we can dispatch our first responders in any of the events that they need the security operatives to respond to. As I close, let me attempt to respond to some of the questions that have been put forward and clarifications that are also asked this morning. Because, like you said, it's accountability at all times, so we cannot take anybody for granted. So thank you very much for all of your questions. I think the first question was from the chairman of the Lekki Resident Association. I think he's still around somewhere. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for your collaborative efforts with the government. Your own 500,000 times 1,000 is not part of the 2 billion that I recorded. So, Executive Secretary, make sure you take the chairman on. And I want to thank you that, we continue to receive a lot of, effective feedback from the residents on that corridor. And all of your observations, around scaling up, pick up of people that are of concerns to us. And like you said, we don't like to use the word miscreants. We don't like to use the word area boys we don't want to use those words. We want to be able to give everybody an opportunity in life. We want to give everybody an opportunity, to earn a living. But of course, we know that there are people that are also criminal mind and intention. And our responsibility is to fish them out and be able to sift them, from the crowd. There are people that really just are looking for a means of livelihood, but there are other people too that have criminal intentions. So our response is to continue to work with you. We know that you have a full team, on that axis that usually, sends an emergency response to the state government. Let us continue to do that. Let us continue to ensure that all of your residents and all of your associations that are also gated, please let us be able to tell them that when security people come, that those gates are open so that there can be free flow of vehicles and security can move in and out at all times. I think there's another question around drug abuse. I think there was a gentleman there that asked, what are we doing, drug abuse and adverts on pedestrian bridges. That point is noted. Commissioner for Transport is not here, but last month, rest of it, if we see, paid advert and all of these regulated adverts on bridges, I think they are becoming a source of concern because they also cover the place that people will not be able to see, and I think that's a very good observation. I think we should make it a point of duty that we can remove them. Last month, the Minister of Environment, so that they don't turn, the pedestrian bridges into adverts. And it also affects drivers because it can